Section 2, Securing Our Server, Part 1. In this section, Updates, Updating Our System Packages, Passwords, Part 1, Using Advanced Passwords for Everything, Passwords, Part 2, Updating those passwords, Accounts, Deleting and Creating User Accounts, HTOP, Monitoring Our Server. Updates. Contrary to popular beliefs, it is highly recommended to update your system packages. The reason is because your distro comes out with new updates for the kernel or repositories in which have important updated information like security patches, weak settings, updated content, better performance, etc. Either one of these, if not all, can be added to each update that you do. Now, the downfall of performing this operation. Let's say you've got a programmer building a specific application to run on your server, and they're using a specific package or packages, and they specified a specific release of that set package. There is going to be a really good chance that that application will not run properly, or even at all. Consult with your programmer prior to updating. Now, let's go ahead and carry out a full update of our server by running these commands. The first one, sudo apt-get update. This is going to allow us to update the operating system's packages. Sudo apt-get upgrade. This is where we can upgrade those packages and repositories for our operating system to the latest version. Alright, so now that you have a server up and running and you're good to go, I had just created a server, so I'm going to use that one for a demo instruction for this one. Open up your terminal and let's SSH into our server. Now, if you just set up your server, cool. Let's go ahead and follow through the whole process. So we're going to do SSH root at, and then your IP address of your server. Now it's going to ask us for a password. If you get prompted, would you like to add this fingerprint to that known host, just type in yes and then press enter. And then you'll come to the password screen. Now I'm going to put in the temporary password that my hosting provider gave me. Alright, now this is a tricky part. Enter the current password. Now we can enter a new password. Since we're going to be getting into passwords later on, I'm going to set a basic password for right now. Alrighty, now we are good to go. Alright, so the first thing we're going to do is we're going to do our update. So we can do sudo apt-get update. And then we can see it resolving all the updates it needs for all the different packages I have. Surprisingly a lot. That's a lot of them considering this is a brand new server. Alrighty. Now that's done, now we're going to update those packages in repositories. We can do that by doing sudo apt-get update. Let's break this down. Sudo. What is sudo? Well, for those of you that don't know Linux terminology lingo, sudo is root. So even though, let's say you are not on a root setup, you can type in sudo on your user profile, but you'll be prompted for a password afterwards. And then apt-get. That's basically saying, okay, the aptitudes, we're going to get all of the applications and repositories. We're just going to get everything in the server. Then we're going to, in this case, update everything. And now we're updating all of our repositories and our packages. And now we're done with that.